All right, let's make some cookies.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Oh my God, it's the best. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Oh my God.
I am so excited to share with you the best M&M cookies I have ever tasted. There's a secret ingredient. Bet you can't guess what it is. It's pudding mix. All right, let's get to it. What do we need today? You're going to need 1 stick of butter, half a cup of sugar, half a cup of light brown sugar, 1 egg, half a teaspoon of vanilla, 1.5 cups of flour, 3 teaspoons instant van pudding mix, half a teaspoon baking soda, half a teaspoon salt, and some mini M&Ms. Here's all the ingredients. Feel free to pause this if you need to. Now preheat your oven to 350 degrees. So first, I just have one little confession to make. I made a mistake. I made these cookies once before, and I decided I was just going to use the feeling of the food to try to put the right amount of ingredients in and not measure it, and it was awful. It was horrible. So I'm going to recommend, as someone who doesn't know how to cook very well, please, please, please measure the food. So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna measure. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the butter. We're gonna take 2 types of sugar and put them in. That looks really good and mixed up. The next thing we're gonna need to do is add some egg. Whoa, you hear that? I love that sound. Half a teaspoon of vanilla. Now, keep in mind, some of this B-roll that you're probably seeing is from my first time when I tried to do this just blind without even bothering to measure anything. So it probably looks like I just randomly threw in some vanilla and baking soda, and it would be right, I did. And it turned out horrible, so don't do that. All right, let's mix this together now. I'm sorry, what's that? You wanna know my story? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. So just recently I turned 40 years old and decided that I was gonna learn how to cook because I spent my whole life pretty much just buying fast food or whatever and making sandwiches or something really simple, and decided I wanted to learn how to bake. So took the initiative, waited 6 months, and then started to learn how to bake. And hopefully maybe you can learn to cook with me. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add the flour. It calls for 1.5 cups of flour. I've got this special flour that I found in this store. I don't know, you may not have it across the country, so you may have to find an equivalent, but it's called Walmart. Now here's the secret ingredients. I sent this recipe to my aunt on accident. I think I was trying to text it to myself, and she got it. And she was like, oh, thanks for the recipe. I already know how to make cookies. And then she read it and said, oh, I've never made it with instant pudding. So we're gonna try instant pudding with it because it makes it that much better. We're gonna put 3 tablespoons. 3, oh, it's gonna be good. Love me some tablespoons and pudding. All right, we need half a teaspoon of baking soda. Now I bought this on the internet and I didn't know how big it was going to be. All right, there's some baking soda. All right, and then now we're gonna do half a teaspoon of salt. All right, now let's mix that together. I know what you're wondering right now. You're wondering, Daniel, how did you become such a great chef? And I'll tell you. I'll tell you how. I'm not. After we've mixed that for a little bit, we do the best part. This is where you add either your chocolate chip or your mini M&Ms. We're going to mini M&Ms because they're a sponsor of today's show. Make sure that you go and eat delicious M&Ms. They're not really. Roll that dough into nice balls and put them on a tray. Then you're gonna wanna cook for about 10 minutes. Once you're done, here you go. The most delicious M&M cookies you've ever tasted.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Oh my